Hello there, Guardians. My name is Ryman, and in this edition of the Weekly Roundup, we will be covering the Vidoc, the new TWAB, and the new roadmap. So let's just jump into it, shall we? So, if you missed it, we had a Vidoc on Tuesday, and they talk about the new weather system, which looks like it can really impact the way we play, with visibility being the key thing we will have to contend with. We've got a new name for the new season, or the first season in Beyond Light, being Season of the Hunt, which will see us team up with an old ally, or enemy, depending on who you ask. The killer of Cade 6, Prince Aldrin himself, or the Crow as he goes by now. They spoke about some of the new weapons and armour, and they discussed what's to come in Season of the Hunt and Beyond Light. I'm really looking forward to working with the Crow and seeing the story of Season of a Hunt and Beyond Light itself, where it will take us and the mysteries that await us. I'm excited for it. I think it's the new step of Destiny, the new generation. For all these new players coming in, it's a great time to start. They also showed some of the new weapons and armor, and I tell you what, they look interesting. I think it will be fun to make some really cool new builds. I think I'm going to try the whole Arc Soul and No Time to Explain Scout Rifle. That looks like it could really be a lot of fun for players like myself that play most of the story solo. I think the new weather system looks really cool. It's a nice addition to the game. And I think it's going to mix things up in PvE. I think it's going to add a new level of difficulty to otherwise easy activities. Other than just giving a boss more HP, you will have to utilise what you've got on your arsenal, such as a thermal scope and subclasses that aid in visibility. I think all in all it's going to be a very interesting time in Destiny, and I'm looking forward to see what's coming. Okay, so moving on. The new roadmap is here. For new light players, you will get both the new locations and with the planets that aren't being sunset. You'll also get the new artifact and the usual free pass stuff. Beyond Light and Season Pass owners, you'll receive, starting on the 10th of November, new locations and everything free players would normally get, plus the addition of DLC story itself and the new subclass Stasis, and Beyond Light specific weapons and armor. The new season artifact, Empire Hunts, and the new Glassway Strike. It says here, uncover Europa secrets from November 10th to January 12th. I'm guessing this is just weapons, armor, and lore scattered around Europa that we have to find on our explorations. Trials will have adapt weapons added from November 13th. I'm glad we are doing something with this. It gives me more of a reason each weekend. I think it's a welcome addition to the game. You know, now we need to strike specific loot. November 17th will see the start of the Season of the Hunt with the Wrathborn hunts and season specific missions, followed by the new raid the following Saturday. I can't wait. Next up, the TWAB. They start with a discussion about power leveling. The new soft cap will start at 1200. This means you should be able to obtain gear at level 1200 pretty easily. It's also worth noting that all weapons and armor you already have that is lower than 1050 will be raised up to 1050, but gear that is over that level will be unchanged. The hard cap will be 1250. This is as high as you can get with powerful engrams. We'll get into that in a minute. The pinnacle cap will be set at 1260. You can get pinnacle engrams from your weekly activities and end game content such as the raids and dungeons. Okay, so powerful rewards. Powerful rewards will drop more frequently from activities such as strikes, crucible, and whatever Gambit turns into. This means it will be easier for casual players to catch up. Tokens and collections. It says in the TWAB that Destiny is best when shooting aliens, getting loot, and becoming more powerful. The gameplay loop breaks down when standing in the tower, handing over tokens to Lord Shaxx, when that is the best way to increase your power. And I could not agree more. I'd rather be out exploring and killing things than pressing the same button over and over again. The TWAB states that rewards earned this way will drop at 20 levels below your own level. Materials with no home and economy changes. This is for all the planetary resources from sunsetting planets, phase glass needles, alkaline dust, simulation seeds, seraphite. Starting in Season 13, these resources will be useless. Season 12, or Season of the Hunt, as it's called, will be the last season you can use them. You'll be able to give them to Spider for some glimmer, or if you want my opinion, you could use them on the planets before they go and receive some masterwork gear, which you could then break down for enhancement cores, which is what I'm currently doing. Of course, if you're going to do that, take it at your own risk. At the end of Season of the Hunt, the planetary resources from those planets that are going will disappear from your inventory, along with faction tokens and the expired Ryman coupon. No! Cade! Okay. Bounties will be changing at the release of Season 13, or so Bungie hopes. They are changing bounties to be account-wide with non-expiring objectives. This is much more of a welcome idea, and I honestly can't wait for the change. So, on to the Season Pass and Bright Dust. The Season Pass will be largely unchanged, but they will be adding Bright Dust to the mix. With the free pass, you will receive 7,500 Bright Dust. For the Season Pass owners, you will receive an additional 3,000 Bright Dust. And weekly bounties will give you 100 Bright Dust when they used to give you 200. I'm not super happy with that change to the weekly bounties, but if they are going away, like Bungie hopes, then I can trade that. I think I'm okay with that. I think that Bright Dust in the Season Pass will help the more casual player base acquire cool ornaments, and players that wouldn't normally be able to play as much because they're at work, school, or they've got other commitments will most likely enjoy the game more because of this. So I'm okay, I'm on board with it. Anyways, let's move on to my pal, the Spider. The Spider is changing, and he's changing up his black market as well. Legendary shards will be removed from his inventory on the basis that no one was buying the legendary shards from Spider. But he will now be selling enhancement prisms, but they will come at a cost. Prisms will be 400 legendary shards from the Spider. And to be fair, I think that's okay, I suppose. It's alright. It's going to be easier to upgrade your gear with that being added into the game, but it's going to cost you so much. So I hope you got those, Guardian. Enhancement cores will now be 30 legendary shards each. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I always get 1 or 2 from the Spider. So at most, I was only spending 30 legendary shards for 2, but it does cost less if you was to buy 5. In fact, it's 150 legendary shards cheaper than it was, or is, before Beyond Light. So moving on to Sparrows, it looks as if we are getting the Ghost Mod Speed Demon inbuilt on our Sparrows, which means, well, faster Sparrows. So, last but not least, Eververse. In Season of the Hunt, Bright Engrams will award Guardians with Season 1 to 9 engrams, or 3 seasons prior to the current season. Like Season 13 will follow suit, it will have gear from Season 1 to 10. They've also weighed rewards to drop you things you most likely don't have, and I'm all about that. It looks cool. I don't mind getting something I haven't had before, saves me buying it. So, all in all, Guardians, not a bad TWAB. Some expected things such as the spider update and economy changes. Some not as expected things such as the sparrow changes and bright dust changes. But anyways, let me know what you think. And guys, 1 week left. I cannot wait. Oh, and also, if you have not done anything on the locations that are going that you want to do, i.e. Whisper of the Worm, Thorn, go and do them. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day. Leave a like if you did. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, Guardians.